Hi everyone, this is the 4th of March and we've moved from Surprise and we're staying in Mesa, and today Susan and I are going down to the Tonto National Park. Tonto National Park is famous for its cliff dwellers, so we're going to make a video of this little trip. It's 135 kilometers away. It'll take us about an hour and 3/4 to get there. Come and join us. I'm gonna take the loop. This is the one Susan came on. Telling me about their paths. This is a nice path. I have just come down from the upper cliff dwellers walk, and now I've come to a junction where it's going to the lower cliff dwellers. This is the one that Susan went up. I don't know if she's at the car or she's still up there. So I'd like to see up there as well, so I'm going to take a walk up. So it's another stiff climb, but the path looks a lot better. I'm looking back at the administration buildings and panning to the left towards the Roosevelt Lake, but I can't see it's behind those trees. I'll tape when I'm higher up on the hill, so I'll give you a view along the top of the mountains. So it's another climb to a ridge up there, and that's where the lower dwellings are. It's funny they say lower because all of them are up. That view up there is where I just come from. That was the upper level. The upper level is normally closed and only tours are allowed. This second climb is taking it out of me. I'm having a rest now, giving you a view of the Roosevelt Lake and down to the car park where we got our cars. What a difference in paths. Some of these old ladies are putting me to shame. You can tell who does their Pilates every morning. Not me. As we get higher, the view is becoming more and more beautiful. And the sun is starting to go down, so there's some shadow changing going on. It's really beautiful. The iPhone 6 just doesn't give it justice. Although it's pretty good, but not good enough. This park is really well kept, and everything is labeled. There's a label under every cacti, plant. It's unbelievable. They really go out of their way to explain everything that you see around you, which is really wonderful. So that's why you will see a lot of plaques describing the fauna around the place and the dwellings. There's no lack of information. If you stopped and read every one, you would have enough rest to get to the top.
Almost there.
That was Susan. I'm using some of her footage because she took it and she earned it by walking all this way. This is the second time I've been up the side of a mountain. The first trail was up to Cliff Dwellers Upper, and this is really taking its toll on me. I'm really getting tired. When I get home, I think it's time to hit the gym. This is really an amazing path. Not like Cliff Dwellers Upper. This is a teddy bear koala. Chola. I am quite sure that you'd easily be able to bring a motorized wheelchair up here. This path is excellent. Concrete all the way. Where's the front door?
There's a stairway over here on the left, and one over on the right, so you can go up and look at the room block from either side.
Okay.
We just asked when you're up there, please don't touch the walls.
Okay.
This is all original, 700 years old. Park Service does no reconstruction, does some preservation,
Okay.
Stabilization.
Okay.
What you see here is all original.
Okay. With the Indian dwellings.
This was occupied by Native Americans. We assume they were probably ancestral Puebloans who came down from the Colorado Plateau.
Okay.
Because the Colorado Plateau was abandoned in about 1275, 1299. These dwellings were built starting in about 1300.
Okay.
And then occupied until around 1450.
Why do you think they left?
We really don't know. It might have been resource exhaustion. The valley itself had actually been farmed for about 700 years. The Hohokam had come up at around 700 or 800. And probably 4,000 or 5,000 people lived in the valley and all farms down there. And it may have just been time. And that's kind of the native.
You think they stay up here because of safety, security?
There's really no evidence of conflict.
It's a long walk up after the day's work. Eh?
Well, yeah. We think that these people were probably hunter-gatherers.
Okay.
And they were trading with the people down in the valley who were growing corn and beans and squash. They were the farmers, and these people up here were probably hunters. Maybe doing ceramics. Maybe they found ceramics up here. They found weaving that has been done up here. So they may have been doing those crafts and then trading with people down in the valley.
Interesting. Okay, I'm going to take a walk up there and see what. Thanks a lot. Okay.
Yeah. So did you? When you stairs on the other side too, okay? So and then you just kind of imagine when you'd be like this. They say that it's up to like 30 to 40 people living here, sharing.
30 or 40 people, eh? Rooms. Grinding corn and seed. Just a room. Storage maybe.
Good question. Thanks for asking. Bye-bye.
Goes back what for?
What are you looking at, that scooped out thing? Yeah, so the thing that, it's a model, it's called. That's exactly right, it is a tool. It's exactly what.
Where did they go? Lovely place to visit. I wouldn't want to stay, especially if I had to come up this hill every night after work. Mind you, if I had a smart car, I might be able to drive up here. Yeah, I don't know if a smart car will make that. It's quite a steep hill. I'm really impressed the way they've looked after it. They've done a little bit of reconstruction work to bring it back to what it looks like. And the pathway up here is really phenomenal considering the gradient, but it makes it easy for people to walk up here. If you take your time, no problem. It's a lot easier than the other one was. Going down is a hell of a lot easier than going up. But you don't want to be in a hurry, because if you stumble, you could roll a couple of feet. And we don't want that. The other those green trees. green leaves are very, very small, and the bark is green, which means that the photosynthesis takes place in the leaves and in the trunk of the tree as well. And I guess that's what supplies oxygen to the base. Look at those cacti. What a beautiful hill. And those little furry plants that I just mentioned. Funny thing about cacti, if you go up the higher hills, they will grow to a certain height above sea level and they'll stop. It's almost like a line. And then you drop down, they will grow all the way down to a certain level and then they'll stop as well. Amazing. Susan's waiting for me down there, so I gotta get a move on. This particular year, there's been a lot of rain in Arizona. The desert is green, greener than people have seen it for many, many years. It's really, really beautiful. The desert has a strange kind of beauty about it. This remnant is cacti skeleton. So this is what's inside cacti. Hard these things, man. People paint them up and sell in the curio shops. Must be spring. Those guys are going nuts. I caught up with Susan down at the car, waiting for me. And now we're leaving the park and we're heading back to Mesa in Phoenix. We've got about 150 kilometers to go.
Turn right on Highway 188.
Turn right. Right, yeah. I know.
Well, we headed down the highway, and this one section, the rocks were really, really beautiful. By the time we had the camera set up and everything, the opportunity had passed, but we were tired. It had been a long day. So we're headed home now through this massive tunnel, hoping that there will be rocks on the other side, and we may be able to see some more of it. I should turn around, but like I said, we were tired. And lo and behold, you get onto the other side of the tunnel and everything changes, the landscape and everything. So I guess that's how it is. So driving along a road, we came across these wild horses, which sometimes you can see them and sometimes you can't. But in this case, we were lucky enough. Beautiful, eh?
Yeah.
You don't get to see them that often.
No, yeah. And they're right here. That's nice.
These are Arizona wild horses, and they run around in herds. Quite beautiful. But they're hard to find sometimes, so not today though. So that covers the Tonto National Park, which is majorly huge. We covered the cliff dwellers, upper and lower, and we covered the Rockbridge Park, which was about 100 kilometers from here. Watch episode 1, 2, and 3. I hope you enjoyed this show. If you did, please click like and subscribe, and you will be notified when my next videos come out. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.